Alright guys, what's going on? So ever since I posted that video of my nephew riding in my Mustang, I've been getting a lot of questions over what's done to that car. Here it is. I am fixing to do basically like a build breakdown, same thing I did for my Supra. If you guys haven't already seen that Supra video, go check it out. I go over everything that's done to the car. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for this car. Just some quick information. I've had this car for, man, probably 10 years now. I've had it for a long time, and I've gone through a lot of different setups with it. I've actually done I had the Eaton blower, cooks, headers, exhaust. After that, I did the 3/4 Whipple crusher, E85, but it's never enough. So eventually I went twin turbo with the car, and did the side exit and all that stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys a little walkthrough of the car, and then I'll tell you everything that's done to it. All right guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. And like I said, this car did have a 3/4 Whipple crusher on it before. Now it has a HPP twin turbo kit. Let me go ahead and show you guys the motor. This is what makes this baby work. Bam. So we have here Precision 6262 ball bearing turbos, HPP turbo kit. I actually fabbed up my own downpipes and out the front bumper, as you'll see here. We got one on each side. I used to have it out the back, it's just a full exhaust, but I don't know, man. I get bored and I tend to want to change things a little bit too much, but I like this one so far. So aside from the turbo kit, I recently did do a Sullivan lower, HPP upper, bigger throttle body. I forgot what brand that is, but it's a lot bigger. So before, I actually dynoed the car with the 61mm turbos. They're smaller, older, journal bearing turbos, and on a stock 01 Cobra intake manifold, stock 01 Cobra throttle body, and it made 797 horsepower to the wheels. That was on 14 pounds of boost. Now the car has bigger turbos, bigger lower, bigger upper, bigger throttle body, and I turned up the boost. It makes around 18-19 pounds. So I'm not really sure how much it makes now. I'm sure it's a lot more than 800 horsepower, but then again, that was on the 6-speed days, and now has a turbo 400. You guys are not gonna believe me. This car, before this setup, before the twin turbo setup on the 3/4 Whipple, it made 779 horsepower. 779 horsepower on the 3/4 Whipple. That was pretty insane, man. The way that setup reacts is, as soon as you hit the throttle, it's instant. There's no delay. Super aggressive. It sounds amazing. Probably by far my most favorite sounding car was this car with the 3/4 Whipple, cooks, headers, X-pipe, 3-inch exhaust all the way to the back. Best thing ever. But like I said, that just wasn't enough. I started to run into some issues with belt slipping, so I was like, screw it, let's go ahead and do the twin turbo. Now the motor, the block, the short block is 100% stock. The short block has never been opened. Stock pistons, rods, bearings, everything that you could think of on the short block is stock. Now the heads, they are ported and polished, and they still have the Crower stage 3 blower cams. Yes, twin turbo blower cams, twin turbo blower cams. It should not work. but it does very well. So anyways, that's the motor. As far as the rear end, it has a built 8.8 rear end, 31 spline axle. It's got 373s, too high of a gear on this transmission. I'm going like 60, 65, and my RPMs are around 3,000, 3,300. It's really high. So I am going to switch it down to 327s eventually. Fuel system on this car, it's got Bosch 160s, Sullivan fuel rails. It's got 3 Ford GT supercar upgraded pumps on a 4 precision fuel hat. You know, bigger fuel lines, obviously. That's pretty much the fuel system. It's on a return style, so as soon as you turn on the key, all the pumps come on, and you know it's controlled off the regulator. Regulator's right over there. As far as engine management systems on this one, it's got a fast XFI XIM system. A little bit old school, but it works. You know, it's got all the fail safes on it. It does a good job. The car does have a 6-point in it. I was actually trying to set this car up for track racing, but my local track closed down, so that never did happen. And I don't ever have the time to drive 2 tracks, so it's pretty nice. I like this. The cage is pretty sweet. As you guys can see, it goes here. I did the crossbar here removable, so when I bring my baby in the car, got the cage up here, and it rolls all the way into the back, into the trunk. I'll show you guys. See, the cage goes all the way in here. I hate not having a sound system, so I got a little sound system here. Batteries in the trunk too. Not the cleanest setup, but it does okay. And if you know me, or if you want to know me, you'll know that no matter what kind of car I have, no matter how fast the car is, I'll always have a sound system. But yeah, this car has power steering, AC, sound system, like I just said, everything. The car is, you know, perfect in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't really need anything. It's not the fastest car, especially when you compare it to like the Supra, but it's really fun. Oh, the wheels, Bill of Specialties, 17 by 5 in the front, if I remember correctly, 15 by 10.5 in the rear. Tires, I run the Mickey Thompson ET Street R. Those are good tires, but the Pros are a lot better, so I have a brand new set of Pros for it. I'm just trying to waste these. Cross drill slided rotors, front and back. Obviously the front exhaust, I got these little rings there so it doesn't melt the bumper. Well, as far as the turbo kit, if you guys want to know more about the turbo kit, we got twin turbo smart gates. Got your blow off valve right over here. I believe that's the turbo smart as well. I can't remember. I guess that's it. There's not really much else to it. Oh, for suspension on this car, it does have a tubular front K member, like a cheap basic drag setup. They're not adjustable. The rears are 50/50s, the fronts are 70/30 if I remember correctly. So the car does kind of, you know, does travel. It's cool for drag racing, but when you're driving it on the street, it's okay. It feels like a Cadillac. It's actually really smooth, very comfortable. I do enjoy it, but if you hit any bump or anything at high speed, you will hear the tires rub. That's the downside. Nothing too crazy. As far as how much something like this costs, that's another one of the questions that I keep getting asked about this since I put out that video of my nephew. I spent a lot of money on it because whenever I built the car, all this stuff was barely coming out. So I don't want to tell you guys a price. I'll let you guys kind of research that on your own, and you guys can get an idea. I did this a long time ago. I built this car a long time ago. I mean, my car was making, you know, 800 horsepower on the 3.4 Whipple 8 years ago. I mean, or maybe, I don't even know. It was a long time ago. I just wish I would have recorded all that stuff. Yeah, so I mean, it can get pretty expensive, but it's well worth it. I mean, if you love these things. Yeah, these are my little huskies here. What's up, boy? I'm gonna continue to make more reaction videos on this car for you guys. Hopefully later, my goals for this car is to put a built short block in it and go for that, you know, 1200 horsepower mark on it, and that'll pretty much be it. Oh, quick story for you guys. This car here, the name is Selena. I'll tell you guys why. So my brother actually named the car. Because I built this car whenever I was in college, I would do anything for this car. I would put everything aside for it. I would not buy things that I needed to buy stuff for that car. So my brother eventually caught on to that, and he told me, damn dude, he's like, anything for Selena, huh? You know, from the movie Selena, anything for Salinas. So the car's named Selena. I did everything for that car. That car is very, very, very special to me. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be uploading, you know, once, twice a week, and see where this goes. I hope you guys enjoy my content. If you do, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd really, really appreciate it. Anything else that you guys would want to see, I'm all open to it. Just shoot me a quick message, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see, and I'll make it happen for you, or I'll try to make it happen for you. But yeah, all right guys, I'll see y'all later.